Hello and welcome back to Exit Corners. Today we are going to be playing chapter 13 titled The Garden, and it is titled The Garden because in the previous episode we entered a new room, solved a little puzzle, which by the way, that puzzle was sus. I don't understand it. Like, what's the point in having a puzzle that doesn't seem to make sense? Either it did make sense and I missed it, or something weird's happening. But anyway, we got into the next room, which was a garden, which first of all shouldn't be possible in the environment that we're in right now, but secondly, it is a replica of Beth's garden that she used to have. So she's freaking out, understandably, and I am more and more leaning towards the idea that we are in some sort of computer simulation. It would make, like, sense seems very AI-ish a little bit. The rooms that we've been in, like, the void thing that happened, it just feels like maybe not. Like, I could be absolutely stretching and I'm gonna sound so stupid later on, but like, the void thing that happened was so weird. Like, what else could it mean? And the fact that the hotel as well, like, something that I didn't bring up since having this theory, the hotel is demolished already, right? So this is two real-life locations from the past that we have now come across. How else do you come across real-life locations from the past other than time travel or computer, well, maybe not computer simulation, but like replicas, fakes? And what is an easy way to replicate something? Or maybe not easy, but like, it means you don't have to physically build things. We're in some sort of simulation. I don't know how. I don't know that that's actually true, but I was just then thinking about the Geminis and stuff, and I wondered if we are actually communicating with the outside and stuff from within whatever we're in. We're in a matrix. So let's get on with chapter 13, The Garden. The green garden. Also, that would make sense with the ink color that happened in the previous thing, like a glitch in the matrix. Like, what? I can't think of a physical reason why the ink would change color, but it would happen on a computer thing. Yes, let's have a recap, please. Previously on Exit Corners. I'm not sure what's going on with Beth exactly. Just a moment ago, she seemed like her normal self, chastising me for fooling around with sharp objects and making sure we contestants are in good health. I was worried that she'd still be a bit mopey about dropping her Gemini earlier. And yeah, that could be all. But then maybe we are just talking to other AI people. It's not actually our friends. And that's how she gets to speak to her dead kid. Maybe she came to the realization that she could not possibly have been talking to her son after all. I mean, how could she have thought that in the first place? He's dead. Maybe we have time traveled, but that just seems so unlikely. You've got to wonder what was on the other end of her Gemini though. Who, sorry. Anyway, as soon as we walked into this latest room, Beth kinda stopped. She yelled about it for a bit and then sat down under the tree and went quiet. What is this place anyway? Beth? I love how it just jumps into the episode. The old woman refused to speak. Come on, say something. You've got us worried. Beth, adamant in her silence, shot Ink a cold glare. So what, is she just gonna sit there forever? Ink stepped away from the tree. He was worried about Beth, but felt that his prodding fell on deaf ears. Why am I changing everything with the? Like, I had Seth last time, then I had deaf ears. The other contestants seemed happy to leave her alone. Would it kill someone else to go talk to her? Anyone? I'm still like kind of wondering if there is something to do with these thoughts that we have being in blue and like, I don't know, probably not, but like just because this is the same text that does the recaps directly to us. Do you have any idea what's up with her? Well, she said the garden was hers. I guess she has or had a garden that looked a lot like this one. That's my best guess anyway. It must have meant a lot to her. Yeah. I mean, whether it did or not, it's gotta be absolutely spooky walking into your own garden in a facility like this. The room grew quiet, save for the sound of Ray stomping through foliage. I don't like this place. Even Liza was quiet. She was whispering, "Oh, I don't like this place," which Ink figured was a first for her. What, you don't like plants? Do you not feel it? Something about this whole room is wrong. I don't want to linger here any longer than we need to. Alright everyone, listen up. I've just had a tour of this place. Yeah, we heard. Did you find anything? All the walls are just painted concrete. Solid all the way as far as I can tell. There's only one door in here and that's the one we came through. So unless there's a hidden door somewhere, we'll need to head back the way we came. It's a dead end. Oh, it's a dead end then. Yeah, that's what I was wondering. Remember what Sense said about the 4 elements? There are 4 pathways, each of which lead to a corner. Then this room must be the corner, huh? And each corner has a key. At least that's what Sense said. The problem is I have no idea where the key is or even what it looks like. Did your cursory search turn up any puzzles? Not yet. There's a monitor at the back, but right now it's just a blank screen. Anything else of note? Those are the biggest mushrooms I've ever seen in my life, so that's something. Are these mushrooms? Holy shit. That is some big ass mushrooms. Not ass mushrooms. Other than that, no. Nothing obvious anyway. Beth might know of any secrets, I mean. If this is her garden, she'd know it front to back. Yep. Right? I was thinking the exact same thing. Good job. Yeah, you'd think so. All eyes turned to Beth, but nobody moved. Everyone's afraid to talk to her. Ink was no exception. He'd always considered Beth the most grounded of the group. What was he to do when their most well-adjusted member shut herself down and refused to communicate? The other contestants appeared to share Ink's apprehension. Even Ether seemed to be waiting for someone else to make the first move. Well, someone needs to say something or we'll never get out of here. Ink took an awkward step forward. Fine, I'll have a word with her, because she clearly enjoyed talking to us last time. Ink reached out to her. Oh look, a new angle thing. Alright, Beth. I know you probably want some time to think, but we need your help now. Take good care of the garden. It's the last thing he said to me. Oh, yeah. You mentioned that. For what it's worth, I did take good care of it. I didn't muck that up, at least. But it wasn't easy, you know? No, it wasn't easy at all. It's an impressive sight. The garden, I mean. I'm sure it took a lot of work. Look how we're on this side now. Do you have a favorite book, Ink? That I do. And how many times have you read that book? 7 times, I think. Maybe 8. What do you think would happen if you read it 1,000 times? I don't know. I've never thought about it. If you repeat the same task for long enough, my dear, you start to go mad. Things are so trite, so stagnant, that your brain begins to see changes where there are none. Wasn't this hedge in a different spot yesterday? Was this how the rocks under the tree were arranged? Did I tear this mushroom by accident, or was it always like this? That sounds awful. And that's not where it ends either. When your mind rots for a time, your body follows suit. Even simple tasks, watering a flower, pulling a weed, become debilitating if you do them for decades on end. Then why didn't you stop? Why did you keep at it for so long? Take care of the garden, isn't it? Ink trailed off as Beth finally stood up. Her skin was pale, her eyes red. Because it's all I had left. What's she going on about? Is this really your garden, Beth? I'm afraid I can't answer that. My garden no longer looks like this. Even if it were still alive, there's no way it could have been transferred to the 4 elements in such perfect condition. By all accounts, this place should not exist. It simply isn't possible. Uh-oh. Beth collapsed. She writhed about for a moment, then brought her hand to her nose just in time to catch a fistful of bloody phlegm. Beth! First me, then Liza, now Beth. It's gonna happen to us all in the end, isn't it? Now, I'm trying to think what triggered us before. I'm trying to consider if there's actually triggers to this, or if it's just happening in stress, or what. Because this is obviously very personal to her. But when it happened to Liza, I can't remember there being a trigger. We must all have it then. But is there something specific that triggers it? Beth took a moment to wipe the blood from her face before standing back up. Her legs were shaking. She didn't seem as in pain as everyone else. I don't quite understand it, but I'm happy. I never thought I'd see this place again. She's also very unfazed that just happened. What the fuck? How could Sent do this? Why would he do this? I don't know, Beth. Ink wanted to ask her about the garden, about the key, but bit his tongue. He needed to choose his words carefully. In the center, underground. What? I'll have you know that I've got excellent hearing. I know you're looking for a key, and while I don't know what it looks like, I feel like I might know where it is. If this garden is indeed a replica of my own, then it does hold one well-kept secret. If there is something hidden in my garden, then that's where you'll find it. In the very center of the garden, beneath the earth. Oh, you didn't bury something there, did you? Got it. Thanks, Beth. Oh, what are we gonna dig up? Ink pulled away, only for Beth to grab his wrist. Ink. What is it, Beth? Whatever else you find under that tree. Please don't judge me. Oh my god. There totally is something. Right, so at first I went skeleton. Now I'm like, what is it gonna be? I wouldn't dream of it. Very well. Beth let go of his sleeve, put her hand in her lap, and grew quiet once again. Did she bury her son here? The others were staring at Ink. Will you guys help me dig up whatever's under the soil? Of course I will. Yeah, let's get sweating. The two of them made their way to the center of the room, kicked aside a few stones, and began to dig. Just with bare hands? Oh. What about Liza? She's like, no. At least they're eager enough to help with the dirty part of the job. Now all that's left is... Liza? You want me to help too? I can't force you, but you ought to. Manual labor isn't really my thing. Then what is your thing? Maybe you can go and comfort Beth. She's just had one of those bleeds. Whatever. Can you at least pretend to be a decent human being and keep that poor woman company while we dig? It's like talking to a log. Fine, do whatever you want. Ink left Liza to her thoughts. God, we are falling apart. Ray and Ether were already hard at work digging. Ink moved to the untouched part of the soil and drove his hands into the earth. The soil was soft and cool to the touch. He grabbed a lump with both hands and threw it behind him. Pebble-peppered dirt found its way under Ink's fingernails as he continued to dig. Oh, that would lift my nail beds. My nails are so weak. Oh, that cringes me out. He was panting before long, growing more tired with every uncovered inch. This is going to take forever. Maybe we can fashion a shovel? Oh, guys! Over here! Ink stopped digging. Hopefully Ether had found something. I was digging right over here, and eventually I hit something hard. At Ether's feet, in the hole she had dug, lay a small wooden chest, dirt clinging to its sides. Ink picked it up. Treasure? What is it? Some sort of box? I have a feeling it's not going to have treasure in it. Does it have Gwyneth Paltrow's head in it? Looks more like a chest to me. Doesn't look like any chest I've ever seen. What are those tabs on the top? No idea. Go on, open it. Useless. The lid was sealed tight. No good. There's a lock in place. I'll smash it open then. Ray, no. That's cheating. That won't work. You won't be able to break it open. Not without tools. Open it for us then. You know how, right? I'm afraid not. This is your chest, isn't it? How could you not know? It appears that Scent has replaced the standard lock with some other mechanism. A puzzle? That's a safe bet, I'd say. Well, if we don't know the solution, we ought to try busting this thing open. It'd be the fastest way to get the key. I'm pretty confident I could rip that thing in half. It's not how it works, Ray. When are you gonna get it? I would prefer if you didn't. Beth, asking us to figure out how your stupid box works is a blatant waste of time. Would you mind giving it a try, Ink? You seem especially good at puzzle solving. Oh, ignore me. Fine. Real mature. Oh, shut up, Liza. As if we haven't been given enough puzzles for one day. Please. It would mean a lot to me. Be more cryptic, why don't you? I think we should do what she asks of us, Ink. Sure, the chest is a little strange, but it doesn't look too complicated. Oh, come on. Let's break it open already. I refuse to spend my time toying with this woman's garbage. Ray, stop! Oh God. I swear to God, Ink, if you waste our time on this stupid chest, I'm gonna figure it out. Fuck you. I'll figure it out. You fucking give me that. Calm down, Ray. This'll take 5 minutes tops. It won't make or break our escape. Beth is going through a lot right now, it seems. We can do this one little thing for her. Take any longer than 5 minutes and I'm going to wrestle it out of your hands and beat you over the head with it. Okay, I'll hold you to that, Ray. Oh, and I won't be helping you. You're on your own, pal. Why are you being such a dick? That's fine by me. Go for a walk or something. Ray left with an angry stride. Ink paid him no mind. See, that's him and Liza bonding again with the same opinions. Thank you, Ink. I appreciate it. This had better be worth it, Beth. Okay. Okay. We got buttons. Okay. I see what's happening-ish. Oh, god damn it. Oh god, okay, I'm doing the same thing. How do we get it so that one of them... If we can get the corners, then we can do like... Alright, that's not the corners, but... Oh, that's one side. Oh, that'll do the corners. No, it won't. Alright, I don't think I understand. Oh, fuck. I don't think I understand exactly. But I'm gonna keep pressing buttons. This seems promising. Okay, that's how we get the 3. Alright, that gets us an opposite. Oh. Okay, back to square one again. Did we try... Oh, that's just gonna be the opposite of what just... Oh, no. Oh, that... so we've had those two lit up on their own before. It's not changing... Sorry, if I click this, it's not just changing that and that, is it? It's not switching them. Oh, it is. So if I click this, does that switch this and this? I think it actually is. Okay. So opposites. Wait, so really we want... Oh, we want it how we've had it a few times. Not that. Maybe this. Oh, no, not that. Because then these are all going to change. We want it so that these 2 are one colour and these 4 are all another colour. Another variation. We will get there in the end. Alright, so we got 1. Oh, and that's how we get 3 on one side. Oh, that's how we also get 3 on one side. Well, now we're back here. Alright, I know there's a way. I don't remember why I thought we needed the opposite corners. No, I don't want that. What if I do the middle one here? No. And that just flips them around. That's the opposite of what I just did. This one gives us them all on one side. Just flicks us back to that. Right, this is some opposites. That'll just light this one up and not them. So how can I get these 2 lit up? Oh, these 2, but also not these. Oh. And then... Oh, this isn't gonna work. Hold on, do I need to get them all green as well, not blue? Okay, so my theory there was wrong. Oh, because I need this one to also be lit up. Fuck. Then I do that and that does that, but not that. I feel like I've done loads of these puzzles before and I usually get them alright. Right now... I might speed it up a bit if I'm going on with this forever, just pressing things. I can just speed up the video so that you can see what I did without watching for 20 minutes while I try and solve this. I've seen paths that all like lead to the other things. I just can't find paths to the way that I want them to be. But there's probably like 5 buttons in your donut or something like that. I'm gonna figure it out. I want this one to be lit up at the same time as these ones. Or this one to not be lit up. Well, we got some new configuration. There's something weird just happened there where I just turned one on its own by accident. And now I've lost wherever I was, but I feel like something weird happened. Huh. I'm starting to think it's actually impossible to get them all done. Like, how do you get it into configuration? So right, the ones we're aiming for, where it flips them over so that they're the same, they already need to be the same to be able to switch them to be the same. Does that make sense? Like, these are all the same now, so if we flip them over, they're all still gonna be the same. But we already need them all to be the same so that we can flip them to be the same. That makes sense. That only raised 2. Why did that only raise 2 and not that one? Is it because you got it? Oh my god. Wow, if you do it while they're already up. Oh my god. Hold on then, okay. I don't know exactly. So I need to be flipping something else and then I can... Oh. It's like if I'm not sure. This opens up angles at least. Oh! I would have been there forever. Actually forever. Definitely took longer than 5 minutes. I'm probably dead right now because Ray smashed the box over my skull. Huh. Oh, did you get it? How did you manage? I had to press on some of the tiles while the other tiles were spinning. It was the only way to make them all the same colour. That's quite cool actually. I kind of like it. Because like I noticed it happened, but like I didn't know what had happened, so you're kind of like, oh, maybe it's a bug. But actually no, it was because I must have pressed one when they were already spinning, and I just thought it was weird that only one turned. But it was actually a feature, and like, so I guess it was impossible to do without doing that, which makes sense. Strange. Doesn't that defeat the point of the puzzle? Oh, I think it adds a new layer to it. The puzzle has already been solved. Let's not dwell on it. The gloomy Beth shook her head. Ink's brow furrowed in confusion. Go on. Open it. She wants to get it over with. The chest contained row upon row of neatly stacked bills. Resting at the top of the pile was a translucent key card with a green insignia. That's the key, it must be, but what is this cash? There's got to be a couple million in there. Oh, of course he's back now. Is this your money, Beth? There was a silence for a time. I wish it weren't. I really wish it weren't. What? Are you hiding it from the revenue agency or something? It's tainted money. I want nothing of it. Oh, I've only just noticed they have been changing this whole time and I never noticed. Where do you score that kind of cash, Beth? Life insurance. Ah, condolences. Thank you. That's terrible. I'm so sorry, Beth. Say, Beth? What's wrong, Ink? Why do you have that look on your face? Because Ink knows something you don't. They usually don't give out life insurance for suicides, Beth. Huh. I am aware. Then, did they do insurance fraud? Hold on. The kids weren't insured, of course. Is this from a husband? But Ellen was, and her husband too. The kids. The grandkids weren't? Wait, what? What? Your daughter? Yeah. When the walls of the house began to shake, I just froze up. I tell myself now it was because I didn't quite understand what was happening. Earthquakes that fierce were almost unheard of out west, so none of the buildings had been built to withstand them. We had mere seconds to react. All 6 of us. Oh, Beth. Did they all die except her? The last thing I remember was seeing my granddaughter look up at the skylight half a second before the roof collapsed on top of her. Her face, her eyes. I'll never forget her scream. The bluntness and horror of Beth's account almost made Ink laugh. Thankfully, Beth was staring at the ground and never saw his smile. It disappeared from his face in an instant. I think that's just like a shock reaction. How could I laugh at that? What's wrong with me? I think that's just shock. I woke up in the hospital bed with Earl standing over me. I had been unconscious for 3 whole months. They didn't expect me to wake up from that dreamless sleep. Honestly, I wish I never had. How is it that you and your son survived? The world saw fit to be cruel to me, I suppose. As for my son, he wasn't even there that day. I was watching over his daughter for him. Needless to say, I couldn't have done a worse job. Earl wasted no time blaming me for what had happened, accusing me of saving myself instead of helping the rest of our family. Oh, that's harsh. What could she have possibly done? It was a fucking earthquake. I couldn't help but be angry right back at him. I told him if he'd been around that day, things might have gone different. We fought and fought until finally, furious that his daughter had been robbed of her future, he cut all ties with me. That was the last time I'd spoken to him. Until today. So wait, is he just not actually dead? Wait, what the fuck? You never once tried to get back in touch with him? I contemplated it for a time. The insurance money was better left with him, I thought. I tried contacting him in the end, but he never returned my calls. I grew worried. Eventually, someone in his apartment complex complained about the stench. Yeah, so he had died. Earl's body had begun to liquefy. Oh, nasty. Wait, what? Your son is dead? He never left a note, but I suppose he couldn't live with his grief. Why didn't you say anything sooner? I thought he was your contact. I'm afraid I can't explain that part. I can't believe this. It was you who said that it'd be best if we didn't keep any secrets. You're saying that you'd have believed me? If I had mentioned my son's death and supposed resurrection, you'd all have written me off as a senile mess. That's not true. We would just get suspicious about the contacts being legit, you know? Even now, I'm sure you don't believe what I've just told you. I don't have an opinion on that yet. Well, that's my story. Belief or disbelief rests with you. Either way, I'm going to spend whatever time I have left missing my family. Or you could die. Oh, God. Okay. Or I could die. Scent, you leave right now. Beth let out a meek laugh. Ink couldn't help but follow up with a chuckle of his own. Why am I... What is... Is there some laughing gas or some shit in the air? I hope so. Nitrous oxide, otherwise known as laughing gas. I imagine Scent has slowly been filling the room with it for the last few minutes. Get in! We're gonna go out on a high at least. Very good, Beth. Though I imagine any self-respecting RN would deduce the same thing. Tell me, Beth, what happens after prolonged exposure to nitrous oxide? I'm gonna guess you die. If you keep pumping it into the room, we'll soon be deprived of oxygen and passed out. But and if you keep it up after that, everyone in the room will eventually die. What do you want, Scent? What do we need to do to get this door open? Oh, whatever do you mean, my wonderful Ink? I haven't locked the door at all. I haven't even engineered any puzzles for this room. There's nothing to fear, really. Now that you've acquired the first key, I'll unlock the red door for you. You may head back to the main lobby whenever you're ready. He's right, the door isn't locked. Let's get hell out of here. Oh, Beth's gonna want to stay, isn't she? Okay. Ether held the door ajar as the other contestants proceeded to leave. One of them, however, didn't budge. Beth? I knew it. I'm staying. What? Beth, if you stay, you'll... I know what'll happen if I choose to stay. Why? You don't want to die, right? Beth closed her eyes and said nothing. But why? I wouldn't expect you to understand, but thank you for your concern. It's very sweet of you, Ether. Beth, no. You're coming with us. Being in my garden, this is the happiest I've been in a very long time. Things haven't been the same since I woke up from that 3-month sleep all those years ago. And now you'll be going to sleep once again. Fitting, wouldn't you say? You! I have increased the flow of nitrous oxide. If you would like to avoid being put to sleep, I would advise you leave now. You fucking planned this! Exactly, it's so planned. He's like giving her a perfect scenario to like not think clearly, to want to end her life. That is correct. Now, if you'll excuse me. Whoop! Bastard. That's low, even for him. What's Scent's goal here? It's so strange. Is every one of the corners gonna be like a suicide room? Ink, we need to leave right now. What about Beth? I've made my decision. I'm sorry. You can make that decision if you want when we get out of this game, please. I'm not gonna let you give up just like that. It's insane. Ink, it's her decision. Let her stay. You want to leave her? I don't want to leave her, but what other choice do we have? What are we gonna do? Drag her around against her will? Yes, just at least out of this room. We're strong. It's not worth risking anyone else's lives to save hers. I mean, statistically, she'll probably die first anyway. Liza! No. How could you say that? It's the truth. I'm leaving before this gas starts to seriously affect me. I'll be waiting outside. Liza, wait! Ink's pleas did nothing. Liza was gone. As much as I hate to admit it, Liza's right. No, Ray, I need your help. Not you, too. I know, it sucks, but if she wants to die, what are we supposed to do? Help me convince her not to throw her life away. Beth, is there anything I can do to change your mind about this? No. This is how I choose to die. I won't be any more at ease than I am right now. You don't know that. I see. In that case, take care, Beth. I'm counting on you to help the rest of them escape. You hear? Loud and clear, Beth. No! No, I refuse. Wipe that grin off your face. This isn't funny. Oh no, we're all just, yeah, getting high as a kite. Sorry. Must be the gas. I'm leaving. You should too. Before you get tired. Ink's heart sank. Ray was gone. Ether, come on. Damn it! The nitrous oxide was starting to take its toll on Ink. He felt light, sleepy, and inexplicably happy. It's the gas. If you weren't high on gas, you might not be feeling this way. Oh, man. Ether, please don't leave. I won't. Not until you do. Thank you. You two really should leave, you know. I wouldn't want you to die on my account. I don't want you to die on your account. I've had this coming for a long time. I deserve this. Why? No, you just have survivor's guilt. That's been reinforced by your dick of a son. Beth, what happened all those years ago was not your fault. I know you blame yourself for what happened, but your family wouldn't want you to throw your life away like this. I've already thrown my life away, Ether. My candle has been burning low for years. It's about time someone snuffed it out. How do I change our mind on this? Do you know what nitrous oxide is used for? Dentist? You use it to dull pain. It's an anesthetic and an analgesic. That's right. I've been in pain for 14 years. But this room, I don't feel it anymore. I feel like my family is right next to me. The garden, the lightheadedness. I'm happy. Beth. Oh, but your opinion is obscured. If we told you about this 5 minutes before we went in the room, you might have changed your mind. Oh, we're gonna have to leave her, aren't we? Now please leave. Don't die here. You're young. Ether and I won't leave unless you do. Do you want to be responsible for our deaths as well? Oof. Harsh wording though. As well. That didn't need to be on there. That's an empty threat if I've ever heard one. I know you'll smarten up and leave as soon as I pass out. Or we'll drag you out. You think I'm kidding? I know you wouldn't let Ether die and that she wouldn't let you die either. Don't think I haven't noticed how you two have been eyeing each other. Don't be so bashful. You only get a few shots at young love, you know? Now go. Leave me to die. It won't be so bad, really. I understand what she's saying is like, that literally sounds like the most peaceful way to go. But like, we need you, Beth. What if one of us gets sick again? Ink, what do we do? I don't know, Ether. I don't know. Ink fell to one knee and stimmied a laugh. A tingling sensation crept up his legs. Atrophy. I don't know how you say that word. That's like your nerves. Gripped Ink as he tried to stand. He was telling his body to move, but it stopped listening to him. Oh no, we're leaving this too long. We should have dragged her. He suddenly regretted staying in the room for so long. I can't stand up. Here, I'll help. Ether tugged at Ink's left arm, trying to peel him off the ground. I feel weak, Ink. This nitrous is eating at my strength. We need to leave. In his delirium... Oh, that was a laugh? All Ink could do was laugh. He was fraught with fear, and still he laughed. Had the nitrous oxide really taken effect so quickly? I just wanted to help. The door popped open behind him. Before Ink could even turn his head, he was already in the process of being hoisted by a figure on his right. Ray, maybe? Because, like, he is kind of, you know, he'll have got a clear head by being outside. Oh, it's Liza. Get up! He did. It was much easier with Liza's help. You came back? Beth can do what she wants, but I'm not letting you die. You're our strongest puzzle solver. Loath as I am to say it, you're my best chance for getting out of here alive, and I'm not gonna have you die over something as stupid as this. Stop trying to play the hero. Liza. Now let's go, you... Liza's grip on him loosened. Huh. It was quite a laugh. Edging closer and closer to madness, Ink's mind was engulfed by a singular thought. She's kinda cute when she smiles. Stupid gas. Let's go. Ink's feet seemed to move on their own, Liza and Ether guiding him along as he shambled toward the escape until he finally crossed into the adjacent room. Still delirious, Ink crashed against a nearby wall and fell to the floor. With a loud thud, the door to the garden closed, never to reopen. Huh. Is Beth just dead like that? We didn't get an option to stop her. So, why do you change your mind? Oh, she's here! Oh! Oh, so we were just too busy, like, absolutely deliriously laughing our heads off to realise that she came with. Oh, thank fuck for that. I was a bit worried. What? Maybe she was touched by the fact that we did stay so long? She needs to be here for us when we get poorly. The nature of playing is the next chapter, chapter 14. Alright. And that was chapter 13, the garden. That was dramatic. And we got so much backstory from Beth. So she really, really has a tragic backstory. And I'm wondering, I don't think the rest of us are going to have all of this tragedy. So maybe that's not the thing that's connecting us. So the reason that our son committed suicide is that he couldn't live with the thought of his entire, well, his kid, right? His kid and his sister and like what they called nieces or nephews and that being killed. And then he resented us for surviving, which then gave Beth her survivor's guilt. It's all just an absolute toxic mess. Like obviously he had his own grief and he succumbed to it, but also like that's affected her ever since as well. Like holy shit, she's strong for coming out of the room then. She had the strength to stand up and come out with us when we couldn't even stand up. Huh. I'm curious to see what she's got to say. So let us continue next chapter in a few days. Thank you so much for watching. I'm excited to play some more, and I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you next time for chapter 14. Bye bye.